win those next 2 games in a row. And let's try to get in here. Let's try to get into Diamond, because that Diamond begins the real push. Diamond is the real push toward... Oof, that's gonna be a mulligan. Oh gosh. That's gonna be real bad. At least we can hopefully get a land on top. This isn't looking too good, folks. We're gonna pay the 2 life to bring in the elves. Really hope hard that the opponent does not destroy the elves here. Okay, here's a Merfolk Branchwalker. We need a land here, folks. Good, we got it. Memorial to Folly, that's fine. We really need to draw land next turn. We can still bring in the Jade Light Ranger. Unfortunately, our opponent already has a Wild Growth Walker. Puts them up on life, and this is not super good for us. No blocks. Okay, thankfully we got another land. This one comes into play tapped. Let's bring in the... Actually, let's... I think I have to bring in the Ranger to try to get just a bit more tempo, unfortunately. There's a Walker. We'll keep it. No attacks. So what's your plan to tackle the assignment? I'll trade with you. I know I always had a plan for those things. The way I used to do it is, for any assignments that I had, I would go to the library, I would get a whole bunch of books, and I'd bring them back, and I'd basically not read them. I'd just skim through them for several weeks, and eventually I would get to the point where I would be comfortable beginning the writing, and I would kind of mark down my notes about which things... Oh gosh, this is absurd. Alright, we're going to cast down the Doom Whisperer, and then we're going to Chupacabra, the Wild Growth Walker, and then we're going to swing. And then I would write down kind of like my basic thesis, and then I would take a nap, and I would sleep for like 4 hours. And if I woke up and I didn't have a good idea of what I was going to do yet, I'd do it again. I'd take another nap, like the next day or whatever, and until I would go to bed, and then of course while I'm trying to sleep I'm like thinking about the paper, and then I would wake up, and I would keep doing that until I woke up knowing exactly what I wanted to do and how to write it. Nice. Good stuff. Law school, I presume? Finality! Rude. Alright, what do I want to get back here? I'll pass. I'll let my opponent do something there. Nice. Good stuff. Seems like a lot of work, so more power to you. Alright, now my opponent almost certainly has the fuel as well. So just gaining more life. And more advantage. Yeah, I'm really behind on advantage here. Card advantage and other things. Alright, let's bring back, I know this sacrifices a land and is not actually super good for us, but we're going to bring back the Jade Light Ranger here. Thankfully we drew another land, so we're going to bring in the Walker. And now we're going to bring in the Jade Light Ranger. We only really need one more land to get us in Carney T range. We might need a cast down. What I really need is a Viv, though. Alright, so now we're in Carney T range. I could Chupacabra the Walker. There's Viv. We're not in a favorable position, especially with Viv on the field. I would like to draw Vraska's Contempt. There's their Carney T. Cast down. I'm in trouble here. Big trouble. Yeah, I'll trade you. Alright, I'm going to find the Wild Growth Walker and the Ranger back. That's kind of the only exciting thing that I can do here. Opponent's almost certainly going to drop in Carney T, and then we're gonna have some trouble. This is not super good. Yep, there's Carney T, and of course they still have Viv,
The wilds are my
which I will need an answer for at some point. I really need to draw Vraska's Contempt here. Unfortunately, that still sets me back. So just not good all around. Okay, Wild Growth Walker, gaining some life. Jade Light Ranger. Finality. Does that win me anything? Not really. I'll do it. No attacks. Now, I kind of have to hope my opponent makes a mistake here, because if I let Viv go ultimate, the game's already over. So we can't do that. Man, life for days. I'm so far behind on this life blue train. I mean, I'm at 30, but
I've seen things that would break someone like you.
opponent's bringing in the Jade Light Ranger now. And that's, yeah, that puts them out of finality range, which doesn't do anything good for me. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to finality here anyway. And I have to hit Viv here. Okay, so now my opponent, that's Viv's ultimate. That's all I need to see. Concede, we didn't do it. That's okay. There's plenty of time to get back into the swing of things. We did pretty well last round. We went 30-6, I think, last session, last stream. We went 30-6. 30 wins, 6 losses, which is probably more luck than anything else. But we're going to see how we do today. Now I only need 3 wins to take me into Diamond. And let's make it happen. Let's do the thing proper. We have the right land in hand at the moment. Not too much exciting going on for the first few turns. I would like another black source of mana. Or a source of black mana, I suppose. Okay. Looks like it's fast, white, rampy stuff. So we're just going to wait for the important stuff to cast down, because there's some real scary stuff in the opponent's deck. Dauntless Bodyguard isn't one of them. Okay, so there's a Jade Light Ranger. We can kind of see what we have on top. I'll take any land that we have, though, please. Good. 2 land. That's fantastic, actually. And there's another source of black mana. So we should be on point for a on pace for a turn 4 Chupacabra, turn 3 Doom Whisperer, depending. There's a Banalish Marshal. Okay. Yeah, I'll trade if you swing. I'll easily trade if you swing. No swing? Oh, so sad. Okay. We're gonna bring in the Chupacabra here. We're definitely gonna be for the Marshal. Gotta take out that one. Always go for the Lord, take out the Lord, and boom, all done. So we'll see how that goes for us. Yeah, we're actually on turn for a on pace for a turn 6 Carnage Tyrant. I think I'll take out a Johnny's Pride Mate when it matters. Because right now it really doesn't. They're not doing anything, I'm not doing anything. Here's a Doom Whisperer. At the end of my opponent's turn, I think I will surveil. This gives them the opportunity. They're going to try to make a Johnny's Pride Mate as big as they can by gaining a whole bunch of life. I think next turn I'm actually just going to Finality here. Because that's still, even though this is a 5/5, that still kills everything because the Banalish Marshal's going away. And that's probably going to get scoops if we're honest, so let's just do that one. Make the decision that makes your opponent scoop, I guess, is the way we're going to play this one. That's probably scoops, right? There's not enough fuel left to take care of that. There's just scoops. Or maybe they're going to wait for my Carnage Tyrant for scoops. I don't know. I have an 8/8 flyer. White doesn't have super good removal. I mean, they have Settle the Wreckage, but they don't have the 4th mana. Now, if you're bringing in a land in Vanguard, not really a whole lot going for you. Yeah, no real removal in hand. Alright, that's cool. Bringing in the Carnage Tyrant now, and that's probably going to get scoops, maybe? They're really hoping for that extra land so they can play Settle the Wreckage. I don't really mind, because I'll just play around it. I don't need to swing with both things. Alright, Settle the Wreckage territory. It's come to my favorite part of the show, where I play... Never mind, it's a History of Benalia. Alright, I think I win. Like, I think I just win. Is that right? Yeah, so I think I'm going to swing in with everything, force my opponent to do some weird blocking. Because they can't do Settle, because they didn't save the mana for it. Force the opponent to do some weird blocking. I mean, they can block with everything. It doesn't really matter. I'm pretty much... They just have to block with something. They might have to block with everything, actually, because I think... 1, 2... Yeah. Okay, we did it! We gotta win 2 more times now. Just 2 more times gets us into Diamond territory. We can get there today, almost certainly. And then I'm here till 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we can get the rest of the way. We're gonna see how the game changes once you get into the Diamond rank. I've heard fairly daunting things. The game might change quite a lot, actually, once you get into Diamond. We might have to switch decks. We might have to do a whole bunch of things. But we don't know just yet. And because we don't know just yet, we're going to wait till we get there. Let's see. Vraska's Contempt, Branchwalker, Golgari Queen. I am going to need some more land. I've got a couple turns to get us there. Branchwalker and the Ranger can help, but I will need at least 1 more land, preferably green. We're going to need to ramp into up to 5, and then, of course, up to 6. But that's just how this deck goes. You really want to be at 6. You really want to be at 6, 6 land. Okay. We're definitely bringing in the elves here. And we're going to see where we go from there. If we draw another land, we're probably going to jump straight into the Golgari Queen herself. We didn't, so we're going to do the Ranger here. Definitely carving up the top of the library for land. Oh, good. Oh, good! We got exactly what we wanted. Okay. Perfect situation here. Because now we are on pace for a turn 4 Doom Whisperer, which is pretty daunting for the opponent. Turn 4 Doom Whisperer seems good. So let's see about that. Okay. Yeah, definitely the turn 4 Doom Whisperer. We're gonna have to get rid of that. And now we are outside of Deafening Clarion range. And I might carve up the top of my library just a little bit to see if we can't get that Carnage Tyrant on turn 5. Okay, opponent is running some sort of Mardu business up here, maybe Mardu land destruction. That might be a problem if we get to a point where that's a problem. But I'm just going to surveil here. I already have a Vivian. I don't want to send one to the graveyard though, so I'll guess I'll draw a Vivian next turn. Now my opponent, my opponent can't see that, right? Okay, so Overgrown Tomb is coming in. It doesn't need to come in untapped, so we won't have it do that. I'll play Viv because I have 2 of them. And we're going to try really hard here.
I've lost so much already.
We're gonna investigate. Treasure map. Opponent could be doing really dank things with those, but I think it's really important that I get Carnage Tyrant right now. I didn't get the Carnage Tyrant right now. I'm gonna bring in the Memorial to Folly. Gives us a little bit of recursion. Should we need recursion? We're swinging in for 8. Opponent's halfway dead. Let's see if we get there. We're gonna have to see if we get there. We have a Vraska's Contempt. We have a Vraska Golgari Queen, so we have a couple of options if the opponent starts playing strange stuff. Just not sure what they might play. They might just try to burn me to death. So I'm not looking to go too much further past 18. 18's already a bit scary as it is. They're going to want to kill Vivian. There's the Deafening Clarion. They don't have a second one, so I still have a Doom Whisperer. Yeah, they had to do that, though, otherwise they didn't make it. Oh, they might have a second one because, yeah, there's the second one. If they had to... I'm jumping down. They're spending it on my creatures. We're going to dig here. There's Carney T. I'm okay with that. It's certainly good for me. They should be concerned if I'm putting things on top of my library. Unfortunately, we don't have the land to get it in this turn, so let's see if we can get off the top here.
Balance.
Yeah, I will take the Woodland Cemetery just so we can get Carney T in this turn. I feel like that's important. Okay, now they're going to have to spend another 2 Deafening Clarions if they want to kill it, because that's really the only way to get rid of Carnage Tyrant. If you're playing the Boros, although this isn't Boros, this is some sort of weird Boros splashing. Is this what? Palladium Moors as hexproof. All right, now I need to think about my own options. Okay, I'm going to Viv here, and I'm going to be looking for my detection tower. Not finding it, I'm going to take my Merfolk Branchwalker. There's the Memorial to Folly. I guess I'll bring in Vraska. I wish I had a flyer, because Palladia can just wreck Vivian. That's not good. Alright, I think I'm going to bring in Vraska here, kind of as a decoy.
I'm good at what I do.
Bring that up to 6. No sacrificing. I'm gonna bring in the Merfolk Branchwalker. Viv's on top, so I mean, it's not a big deal. Maybe, I mean, they have to kill Viv this turn, or at least hit her down. Because if not, is that vigilance as well? That's rough. The minute it deals damage, though, it loses hexproof. So that's kind of a big deal for me. So immediately gets weaker. They have to kill Vivian here, because if they don't, I just go ulti. If I get my ultimate with Vivian, the game is over. All the way over, and it's in my favor. We do have to see what the opponent does here. Okay. The opponent kind of has to swing in, but if they swing in, they lose. Yeah, you had to do that. I understand. But now it no longer has hexproof. And that's when I can take it out. So they prevented me from getting ultimate with Viv. I don't think I'm in a bad spot. This is a fun deck, though. I wonder how many... Ah, we're into the dragon weird stuff. Okay, lots of dragons, lots of weird stuff. That's cool. Alright, how much mana do I have access to? The answer is not so many as I might like. Vraska isn't super useful against the big dragons. Varix isn't scary anymore, so I'm going to definitely Vraska's Contempt, Palladium Ores. Have to do that. Gotta get rid of it for sure. To all those joining, welcome. Be sure to join me in the chat so I know who you are and I know you're here. That way we can have nice conversations while I play Magic the Gathering.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
Wild Growth Walker seems good. Can't do anything with him this turn though. We're going to make Vraska bigger. Okay. So now I'm kind of just forcing my opponent into various courses of action here. Because now Vraska's at 10, and my opponent has to hit Vraska. If they do not hit Vraska, decline. If they do not hit Vraska, no attacks. I get, oh no, oh she's at 8. Okay, well, in a couple turns, if they don't hit Vraska, I'll just win that way, because Trample plus Vraska's ultimate is also game. Choosing to take out Vivian, that makes sense. I don't mind so much because I have another Viv waiting in the wings. Now the opponent only has one card. It's possible that they can, sacrifice treasures to draw more cards. That's probably a good choice. I wonder if this seems to be kind of a big dragons style of deck. So we're going to see kind of digging for the dragons, I see. There's a very demanding dragon. I'll take the 5. I can gain a bunch of life this turn. Okay. We have some options. Definitely gonna play the Walker first. Definitely gonna play the Ranger. Another Walker. Sure. Okay, and I will play the Branch Walker, even though I have another Walker on top. Yep. Okay. And now I'm going to bring Vraska to 10. So now my opponent definitely has to strike Vraska here with one of their creatures. If they fail to do so, I'm going to swing in with... how much mana you have up? 1? I'm going to swing in with Carney T here. Bring them down to 9. Yep. Okay. So I think I'm in a fairly good position. I could lose here under the right circumstances, but I think I'm doing pretty well. Not too concerned. Okay, they definitely have to strike Vraska, otherwise the game is in my favor immediately. Because I could just go ultimate and win the game. Yep, so they have to strike Vraska. I'm not concerned about them striking Vraska. Lava coiling the... Okay, so I can't go wide and go around. That's not a big deal. Of course, everybody knows what I'm drawing this upcoming turn. Yep, and they concede because I was going to gain way too much life. That game was in my favor. One more game takes us into Diamond Tier. We're going to get there.
Raise the hype, let's rock.